Hi, this is Mike with the University of New Hampshire Advanced Manufacturing Center. Alongside me here is Joe from our student team. Today we're going to be installing the Raiku CableSaver kit for our FANUC M710 IC robot that's going to be servicing our new metrology cell. And at the end of the video we'll go over our thoughts after using it for a little bit. So we have all the components laid out on the bench right now. In front of us here we have the mounting plate that's going to go on the robot. We then have the main upper bracket that's going to attach the whole hose assembly. And we already have all the wires run through the hose and through the grommet that we water jetted on our water jet. And from here we'll start attaching all the items together. So one other note that I want to make before we get started on the assembly is how we ran the cables up to the robot. Instead of running the cables from joint 6 down to joint 1, we actually just ran the cables from joint 6 to joint 3 and then ran them internally down the robot, inside, and then out the bottom at the base. This just made for a little bit cleaner assembly for our application, and you can see we terminated the hose kit right here on the end of the flange. So from here we'll get started on the installation. So here's a quick video of what the kit looks like all installed on the robot. You can see how we positioned it in terms of keeping the tensioner down low on that upper bracket. We have the hose coming out in back of the robot to where it's right on the intersection of joint 2-3 where the power and Ethernet cables come out, and it runs down the entirety of joint 1 and 2 all internally. And then on joint 6 we water jetted a custom plate that mounts our 3D scanner that's on the end of arm, and then it also has the bolt pattern for the clamp that holds the end of the hose. And you can see how the cables are run into the unit. So overall, the kit went on great. As long as you follow the instructions, you really can't go wrong. Honestly, the hardest part of installing this entire system was just finding the correct mounting hardware to bolt it onto the robot. Once you had that identified, everything else was pretty straightforward. As you can see, here's a couple clips of the robot in action as we were doing demo scans of a little 3D printed V6 engine block. We're not nearly testing the system, the CableSaver system, to its max in terms of reach and things like that, but nonetheless, when you're working in a metrology type environment as we are with our 3D scanning, having a CableSaver kit absolutely makes this entire robot and this entire cell in terms of making sure there aren't any loose ends and that no unknowns or catastrophes happen by wrapping a cable around the robot or a joint or anything like that. So overall, amazing remarks with this system, and we can't thank you enough for providing this engineering sample and letting us demo the CableSaver kit at our facility. So thank you once again, and if you have any further questions, please reach out to me. We absolutely enjoyed this system and can't wait to see it in action.